Yes, guys, welcome back to the Gassed Up Podcast. Myself, P and Prash, episode
10.
10. Double digits, bro.
Yeah, man.
Which means 10 solid weeks of recording.
And editing.
And editing, yeah. This is like a full-time job, really.
It's hard, man.
Really and truly, it's like a full-time job. How's the week been?
Yeah, chilling, man, to be fair. Just getting stuff ready for India. Had my jabs today. This arm is finished.
So if I whack it...
It would actually kill me. I might die on the spot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it might go viral, though.
What if you kill me on the spot?
Just about as whack.
It's like, end up in prison.
One bang. No, obviously I'll delete the evidence, innit?
So how's it getting viral?
Oh, yeah, maybe I'll blur my face out.
But they know who I am, and there's...
I'll blur my face out on all the other videos.
On all of the podcasts?
Yeah. I'll delete them all.
Okay, so how's it going viral then?
Oh, maybe I've not thought about this one.
You've not, mate,
I'm not in it. But yeah, yo, guys, obviously, as you know, Prash is going away. He's going away next week. So all these recordings that are coming out in the next 4 to 6 weeks, these are all pre-recorded.
Yeah, no live thing anymore. Well,
Innit?
it was never live, but not
but it was a week.
Anymore.
Yeah, it was week. But yeah, Prash, this is going to be Prash's last time sitting in his room for about, 5 weeks?
Yeah, probably.
4 to 5 weeks. It's
weird, isn't it? Because it's been like a ritual to come every week.
Well, I'd finish work Friday. I'd zoom home. Obviously, we get the room ready. And that's Friday done. By the time we finish,
Yeah.
it's about 9 o'clock in the evening.
Yeah.
Innit?
Sometimes it's late, like, it just depends on the content. It can drag, but no, man, it's good fun. I've been enjoying it. I'll miss it as well. So.
This episode's going to be, I think it's going to be a good one because I'm not doing no research on it, I'll be honest. I've not even looked at the notes that you've put on our shared notes, so hopefully it'll be good. Yeah, what else been happening this week? I've seen you've been smashing out your workouts in the gym.
Yeah, you as well. Does it tell you every time I complete a workout?
It'll say Prash has recorded a workout or finished a workout. Because I had the notifications on, isn't it?
Yeah, no, but it's been doing that for me. But I never had notifications on, and it comes up every time. Like I see it 11 p.m. You'll post a workout,
yeah,
and I just go through what you've been doing.
Bro, it's so mad because you would post a workout at 6, 7 in the morning,
yeah,
and I would post my workout at 11 o'clock at night.
Yeah,
the two opposite end of the spectrum.
Yeah, it's funny. It's funny.
It's crazy.
Yeah, you've been smashing it out as well.
I've been trying in it. I've been trying to eat very clean, stay on top of calories, working hard. My new motto that I'm going by is if you do as much as possible in a day, by the time you go to bed, then there's nothing more you could have possibly done that day.
Yeah, fair enough.
So
you could probably put it better than that.
Yeah, probably.
That's a bit long-winded.
I'm not no preacher.
Not that catchy, was it?
No, I'm enjoying it, man.
Yeah.
I'm enjoying it, and I got a bit vexed yesterday though.
What?
I went to go see my sister, innit, back home, and she was like, "You put on weight."
That's not necessarily a bad thing though, straight away.
I got vexed.
But are you just what are you trying to do? You're trying to lose weight?
Just trying to tone.
But have you actually put on weight? On the scales?
No. I've dropped 4 or 5 kilos.
Maybe it's just bulked up a bit, innit?
But the thing is, every time I've seen these people, right now, I feel bloated because I've just eaten and had loads of water. But then, if you ask me at 10 o'clock in the morning, I feel empty.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm going for a bodybuilding competition. I'm that dehydrated.
Why are you that dehydrated?
Because I drink water in the morning.
You don't drink water? Why?
My first sip of water, no, I'll tell you my first sip of water is about 8:30. I have a black coffee.
Okay, but that dehydrates you.
What, coffee?
Black coffee, yeah.
Does it?
Coffee just in general dehydrates you.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. And then I'd probably drink about 2 litres at work, water.
Yeah, I mean...
I got this bottle at work, innit? It's a litre.
Yeah. My brother's got that bottle.
Same one?
I think he's got some, pale blue, orange, mix. Yeah.
Oh, I think Shreya's got that.
Yeah, she does. They've got the same
one, innit?
Yeah.
But this is quite good, because I don't know if you can see it, guys, yeah, but you can see, the times. So whoever made this bottle, you're welcome for the plug. Amazon and that.
Big ups.
Big ups to refills.
Yeah, busy week, but no, before we go into the topic, we need to tell everyone something, innit?
What's that?
Like, comment, subscribe.
Make sure you
like
and
comment,
and
subscribe.
And if you don't,
I'll slap him on.
And I'll slap her too.
Yeah. No, we got a topic. I think this topic was.
Oh, before we go on topic, obviously, guys, obviously you guys know we're teamed up with Vapemaster, and we're not gonna keep doing the promo every time because look, they're good people, good brands, disposable, vapes, mods, coils, all of that. So we're gonna run the promo now. As you might notice that there's some vapes on the table. We've teamed up with Vapemaster Co. to bring you exclusive vapes, exclusive discounts, your tanks, mods, coils, disposables, everything that you can see here and much more. Go check them out, show them love. We'll pop the website here.
Yeah, the discount code as well.
Discount code, yeah. The discount code is GASSED10. We'll pop that right here. Use that for 10% off on all products at checkout. But yeah, we'll put their socials on here. Good brand, good people. Yeah, really good, man, really good. Hopefully do some good work with them guys in the coming future. Boom.
Alright, cool. So
this week...
Yeah, as I said, I think this topic was recommended to us like pretty close to the beginning of like when we started doing.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Big up Kishal.
Yeah.
Kishal recommended this topic.
Yeah. So I think you've not heard of them. It's quite a famous family. I'll go into the background and stuff, but
it's a family.
Yeah, the topic that we're doing today is the Rothschilds. Yeah, they're a family basically.
I thought it was just a child. That was a bit rough. Rothschild.
Do you know what? It's actually quite hard to pronounce. It's Rothschilds.
Roths.
Yeah.
Like moths, but Roths.
Yeah, it's a bit awkward. It's one of those words. It's like raspberry. It's like raspberry.
Raspberry?
Yeah. Because like the way raspberry is spelled, it's actually spelled raspberry. It's TB.
Raspberry. Well, what's it?
It's spelled like raspberry, so RASP.
And what do we call it?
Raspberry. You don't say the P in it. It's like with this, it's just a bit weird. Like two letters that don't really go together. Like Rothschild. Like just sound
like
it's hard to say it.
Like knife.
Yeah, but the K is silent.
Yeah, but it's silent in there as well.
You remember Miss Leffley?
Yeah.
She used to say raspberry.
Did she?
Yeah.
Yeah, but she was a pagan from young anyway. So
yeah, I know exactly. You weren't in there when she fell over.
No, I weren't, but I heard a scream from the other side of the corridor.
That was a mad thing.
That was mad, innit?
That was mad. I'll never forget that day. Yeah.
Oh.
Anyway, the Rothschilds, they're basically a family, like I said. And there's a lot of conspiracies about them. And when I was sort of reading into them, doing some research, this, that and the other, I found a few things. But like, I think when we come to the end of it, you'll sort of just think like, a lot of this is based on just random, like, convoluted facts that don't really make much sense.
Yeah.
Well, I say facts. I don't know if they're facts, but that's basically what a conspiracy is, really, isn't it? So, if I start from the top and how they came to be what they are today.
Yes.
Basically, what people think of them is that they secretly rule the world.
Rule the world?
Yeah. Like, conspiracy theorists, people just in general, quite a lot of people think that they just have a lot of power and they have a big hand in a lot of the decisions that are made throughout governments and that sort of stuff because they're so rich.
This whole family, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, apparently, like, this is a bit stupid, it's going to sound really stupid, but their net worth as a family ranges from $1 billion to $50 trillion.
So, my net worth is anywhere between £1 and 76 billion.
Yeah.
I'm not sure where
exactly. So the minute I saw that, I was like, what is this?
Fake news, allow it.
Like, this doesn't make sense.
Allow it, fake news.
These lot are basically saying, yeah, these lot are either filthy rich or like disgustingly filthy rich.
Yeah.
So like, it doesn't make sense, but I think when you put it into perspective and like what they've done and what they apparently do, it'll probably make a bit more sense. So they're involved in like international banking, finance. They're from like, I think they originated from Germany, from one guy called Meyer Rothschild. So he's like basically the founding father, is what they say, of international finance. So he started this whole thing. Came from like a poor background apparently. Like his mum and dad died by the age of 12. they had a business and he used to count the money for them, basically. He managed to grow his own sort of institution, like in Germany, I think at the time.
Mm-hmm.
So this is in like the 1700s, basically. And he had his own business, blah, 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 and he basically started loan sharking, basically. So he'd earn his money through whatever way he had.
Mm-hmm.
There wasn't a lot of information on that, and then he'd loan it to people, and then obviously, like a bank, charge interest on whatever he was
Loading up.
Yeah. So he got quite famous for that, and he became really successful. And the Austrian government actually gave him like a status of nobility. So he's like a noble family sort of thing, like close to like a royal family sort of elite kind of guy in it. So you can see like the people he's getting involved with were quite big time. So he had 5 kids, 5 sons, I think. I think he had some daughters as well, but basically like none of his daughters got his wealth. That was like one of his things in it.
Peak.
He only gave it to his sons because then it stays in the family. But basically, he put all of his sons over Europe. So I think in all the major cities like London, Paris, I think he was in Austria, Italy, and then there was one somewhere else as well. But basically, he had all these different banks, and they were all lending money out, helping out different people. But where they got most of their power from is basically loaning money to entire countries. So like loaning billions of pounds or whatever currency they were using then to governments that then went to war with one another. So a lot of these countries, like I think the famous one is when, you must have heard of Napoleon, innit? Mm-hmm. So like I think they had the Battle of Waterloo or something like that in England when Napoleon came to the UK or to England to fight with the British people. Mm-hmm. And apparently they funded that war. Generally, like war makes a lot of profit for certain businesses. Mm-hmm. So they got involved with that sort of stuff, and it's not ethical, it's a bit dirty, that sort of thing. So they got a bit of a bad name for that. But they're involved in oils, metals. Have you heard of the Suez Canal?
Who?
Suez Canal.
There's barbershop in
yeah, there is as well.
Yeah, isn't it?
Yeah. I remember seeing that. Thinking,
in Fields, right?
Yeah, I was thinking, why the hell is it called Suez Canal?
But now I'm very intrigued to find out what it actually is.
So it's basically like it's a canal, basically, that goes through, I think it goes through like Syria and places like that, Middle East basically, and it's like a big sort of transport route. Okay. And they were involved in the creation of that, funding that. So like when something, I think recently a container got stuck in the Suez Canal and it stopped bear shipments coming from like the UK and the Middle East, just sort of travelling throughout the world. It's basically a big shortcut. So imagine you wanted to send something from the UK or the USA to like, I don't know, India or something like that. Generally speaking, you would have to go like through Europe somehow on a ship, and then you might have to go under Africa and then come round out the back and then go up to India, if that makes sense. Yeah. But with the Suez Canal, you can just go straight through. Like, you don't have to take that big detour around the whole of Africa. So
like a little alleyway.
Yeah, basically. So apparently they had a big hand in like getting that up to speed and obviously getting it in power of like the UK and all of that sort of stuff.
Still don't know why that barber shop is called that.
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't get it. Maybe they're like from that sort of area.
Probably, yeah.
But you can see that they've had a massive influence on the world the world in the way that it is today through the money that they've invested. But they're just one of those background like sort of firms that just hand people money, get whatever they're paid or whatever they're owed, and then that's it. Like, you don't hear a lot about them. So like more recently, they've taken a more low-key approach. So like they've been doing good things here and there, like donate to museums. They still have a couple of financial investment companies. Obviously, these lot are like, we're in 2023 now. This all started from that guy in the 1700s. So it's like 300 odd years later.
Yes, they're massive now.
Yeah, the family's still carrying on. They're not the richest family ever in the world or anything anymore. There's like, I think one of the guys who's one of the richest ones out of them. So there's bare grandkids and stuff. Yeah. This guy's name's Benjamin Rothschild. Oh yeah. He's the 1,349th most richest person in the world. So there's a lot of people that are richer than him, or alleged to be richer than him. This is the whole like conspiracy as well. They don't know how rich these people are.
So what's the actual conspiracy?
So I'll go into that, but I just wanted to give you like a background because it's all a bit like without the background, you don't really understand where it's coming from and what big part they played in the world.
You should go into teaching, fam.
Me? No, man, I don't think I'd enjoy it.
One-on-one teaching.
Well, like tutoring.
Yeah.
I think I prefer that than having to manage a classroom of whiny kids.
True.
I'd be able to do primary school kids. I wouldn't be able to handle the attitude of like...
Nah, you'd flip.
That 13, 14
You'd
year
get
olds.
sacked.
Yeah, I'd get vexed. I'd probably be quite patient, but I'd just get annoyed.
Yeah, 100%.
But yeah, that's a bit of a background. I mean, like I said about the women not getting any wealth, that's pretty messed up. But at the same time,
I mean, I can understand it in the old-fashioned days. I can understand it. I 100% don't agree with it.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, it's sort of like that. Whoever's passing it on, you're passing it on to your kids.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
It's the whole marriage thing, like.
Yeah, he goes into a different family.
Yeah, that's why you didn't want to do it.
And I understand that. And I hope it's not like that right now because you've established yourself, so that sort of thing. But then, like, what's the actual real point in women? Like, back then, you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, that's
like, what?
They used to view them as just, like, pieces of meat, basically,
you know
according to this, which
that's crazy, man.
Not the way it should be. But yeah, in that way, to keep things within the family, they encouraged marriages within the family, like, so... people would marry their cousins to ensure the inheritance remains.
That's crazy. You know, like people that do this shit. I got no time for it. Like, it's a bit mad, isn't it?
It's crazy. It's like the chances of you having like disabled kids and stuff.
It's very high.
Yeah, it's not good. Like, why would you want to do that all for the sake of keeping some money in your family? Like, it just doesn't make sense.
Isn't it?
But yeah, like I said, everyone at the start, I said like they've got. Money ranging from like 1 billion to however many trillion, I said. They're very secretive about their wealth. Nobody really knows how much they own. So these conspiracies exist because they have like such great power over the banking sector. And generally speaking, because people believe that governments are dodgy in general, whoever's funding these governments to do these dodgy things must be dodgy as well.
Yeah.
Have conspiracies against them. So that's a lot of where it comes from. But then there's a flip side to this, which runs a bit deeper. So the Rothschilds, they're of Jewish descent, and Jews at that time, like going back to the 1700s, going into like Hitler times, obviously they were hated. They faced a lot of hate and a lot of like anti-Semitism, which is basically like hate against Jewish people and other Semitic religions, I think. Yeah. So a lot of the stories that spread about them and these conspiracies that you're going to hear is basically people just slandering them because they don't like them. So they're spreading like bad stories about them, basically, from what I've seen anyway. But there have been like a few controversial things that have like tipped things out of their favour. Like they've shown support for Israel and the creation of the country, and obviously everything that's not good between like Israel and Palestine, like that's not a good thing that's happening there. Like those sorts of things haven't really swung things in their favour, so they've not helped themselves. But at the same time, it seems like a lot of hate has come their way. Because of that. But if I start with a few of the things that just basically have started these conspiracies or have created these conspiracy theories about them. So these are billionaires, yeah, like at minimum. And they've done some questionable things. One of the most questionable things that they did was throw some like weird party in 1972, yeah?
In 1972, yeah?
What's that? Quick maths, 49 years ago.
Yeah.
They did it in France in some place called Chateau d'If.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, you must know that. Visit there daily.
Huh?
Visit there on a weekly basis, daily
I've
basis.
been there, innit?
Yeah, I thought you might.
No, seriously?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I've been there. Eiffel Tower and them things there.
What, Chateau d'If?
Yeah, it's just next to Paris.
Okay. I don't know where it is. It doesn't say Paris, it just says France.
Yeah. Where's Paris?
In France.
Thank you.
But France is huge, bro.
Right, big.
France is massive.
Well, I've done Tour de France.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How long's that?
I did. I think when I was doing it,
What distance is it?
it's a couple of kilometers still.
2 kilometers.
No. It's 350 kilometers.
350.
Yeah.
I'm googling this because I don't. It's 2,233 miles. 2,235 miles.
Yes, how much is that in
It's
kilometers?
3,600.
That's what I say.
What?
I said 3, 5, 6, 7 kilometers.
You said 300 kilometers.
Oh.
But yeah, France is huge, bro.
Yeah, but I've done it anyway, bro.
Yeah, I'm sure you have.
It took me 3 days.
Took some drugs.
Hmm?
Took some drugs, didn't you?
Nah, natural endurance Powerade.
Okay.
The blue flavour.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, these men are hosting some mad party, and you can imagine like these billionaires throwing some crazy thing.
Mad.
It was questionable. So this whole like chateau, so house basically, or palace, whatever it is, they transformed the whole thing inside into an interactive maze.
Okay.
All the servants and the butlers, they all had to dress up as cats, and they had to mimic cats whenever like anyone needed help. They'll be around on like all fours and stuff like that.
But these rich people do some mad things.
Yeah, this is what I mean. Like it's weird, isn't it? Like
Crazy.
How bored are you like to be telling people to act as cats? Like that's bare degrading as well, isn't it? Like to say to your butler, like you got to meow when everyone asks you to do something. Like what the hell?
Ask me what, can I have a drink or something?
Huh?
Ask me, can I have a drink or something?
Oh, can I have a bottle of water, please?
Meow.
Literally.
That's long.
Literally. That's what they were doing.
What is the actual benefits of that? Nothing.
I don't know, but
Weirdos.
it's all part of this, like, I think there's like a power complex in it within these
Control
rich
them,
people.
innit?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course, man.
That's what it is. So that's pretty weird. And then all the rooms were filled with like stuffed animals and taxidermy. Do you know what taxidermy is?
What's that?
So have you watched Jeffrey Dahmer?
No.
You not watched it?
No? You think I'm watching Next Man Touch Kids?
So taxidermy is what he used to love doing.
Okay,
So
what's
like
that?
cutting up animals
Yeah.
and then preserving them and then mounting them on the wall. So like, do you know when you see like in these old like American houses and stuff, they got like deer's heads on the walls and that? Like that basically.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so there's a lot of that everywhere. And then
It's a bit mad.
there's also, I think there were, in one of the dining rooms, obviously this place is huge, so there's different rooms with different things and stuff. But in one of the dining rooms, there was basically plates covered in animal fur. So imagine you're eating from a plate and it's got animal fur on it.
Peg. Texture. Paprika.
But weird, isn't it? That's the kind of like madness these lot are on. Like, they're just weird people. But the weirdest thing is, so Baroness Rothschild, so I think she's like the wife of one of these Rothschilds. She comes in with some weird costume. Basically, she has a real deer's head as a mask. So she's basically got her head inside of a real deer's head.
Yeah.
So like it's obviously dead. But
What's that in?
Baroness Rothschild.
Baroness. If you want to do that, you could just go on Bear Grylls, G. Like, you don't have to do it on.
No, but this is like it's a customizable piece of like attire.
Only for the rich.
Yeah, so she's had this made, and there's tears coming from the deer's head. And guess what they're made out of?
Tears.
Real diamonds.
Whoa.
So yeah, pretty weird, isn't it? Do you know what? Let me find a picture of her, and then we'll put it on the thing as well.
Yeah. That's mad.
Like, when you look at it, you're just like, what the hell? This is flipping dirty, man.
What's happening?
Baroness Rothschild deer head. Yeah, look.
Did they have cameras back then?
Yeah, there's pictures of the thing, man.
Obviously.
Look.
That's fucked.
And there's like big antlers as well.
That's crazy.
She's wearing that.
Oh, that must be heavy.
Yeah, that's been well heavy. Look at these lot. What the hell is this thing? This guy's wearing something bigger than like his whole body on top of his head. But this is the thing, like they've got links to like Satan and that as well, isn't it? So like you got some big goat deer thing on your head. Like what does that remind you of? It reminds you of Satan again, isn't it?
Yeah, true. Yeah.
So, like, nobody knows what happens in these parties. Like, there's pictures and stuff like that because a famous, like, designer did a lot of these, like, clothes and stuff as well. So that's why there was pictures allowed. But you can only, like, suspect what was going on.
I need to hit up one of these raves, man.
Yeah, you only flip an invite only, though, isn't it?
Yeah, true.
But, like, if they're throwing one party like this, it makes you think this isn't the only party they're throwing like this.
Yeah, of course.
Like,
all of them.
They was doing hella weird stuff, like, all the time.
Proper.
But, like, this whole thing, I don't know about you, it just gives me vibes of, like, you know, there's, like, when you see it in films and you, like, I don't know, I can't really think of a film, but when you see billionaires and they're just, like, bare bored and they go to, like, special clubs and that, and they're just having, like, mad orgies and that in a club and that. It gives me those sorts of vibes. Like, they're doing all these weird rituals and that. Actually, have you seen Squid Game?
No.
Oh, okay. In Squid Games, at the end, like, there's bare rich people that are organising this whole thing. So the concept of Squid Games is, like, you get a load of poor people and you basically go into this, like, chamber and you have to play these games and it's either life or death. So if you win and you survive to the end, you win and you take all the money. But obviously it's these bare rich guys that are doing it.
Yeah.
So the rich guys just watch from, like, this room and it's exactly the same as this kind of weird stuff.
They're having mad parties.
They're wearing these weird masks, basically just having orgies and that.
Yeah.
It's giving me those vibes, like, big time.
I think might be a rich, but this is not like a £1 million rich thing. This is a billion, multi-million, billion.
This is like mega rich.
Again, like, if that deer mask costs, like, I don't know, 500 racks, that's light work. It's £5 to them.
Yeah, basically.
That's crazy.
Crazy, isn't it? So that I guess that sort of sets the scene for, like, some of the things that are a bit weird about them. The next thing I want to go into is a bit of a tangent, and it's not completely about the Rothschilds, but they've been accused of it.
Okay.
And I think I've brought this up to you before, and you just looked at me like, what the hell? Like, this is dumb. But I've titled this part New World Order, which I'm going to discuss in the next episode as well.
Okay.
The New World Order is basically, like, all the powerful people in the world basically making a new world order. So basically having a complete control over what everybody does, changing things from the way they are right now. And obviously, like I said earlier, these guys apparently have been involved in making big decisions for different countries or had a part to play in governments and that sort of stuff. So it kind of falls in line. But what I wanted to, like, chat about now was, this is going to sound proper weird, but about a former football commentator who turned, like, big time conspiracy theorist, and he spoke about the Rothschilds. His name's David Icke. Okay. He believes that the Rothschilds are a black magic family who fund Israel.
That's it. That's it, yeah.
And he also believes in positions of power there are lizards.
Oh, not this lizard shit again.
Yeah.
All rich people are lizards. No.
But I think I've been into it before, and I did it in, like, very little detail. But you won't believe how mad detail this guy goes into. So listen to this, yeah. So he thinks there's a race of reptilians, or lizard people, or reptoids, whatever that means, that seek to force domination over regular humans. Some say they're from Earth. Some say they're from space. Some say they came from Earth, went out to space, and then have come back to Earth now. I don't know where the hell people come up with this sort of shit, to be honest. But according to this David Icke, these reptiles were to blame for 9/11, the JFK assassination, and Princess Diana's killing as well. So when you look at it like that, the people that have been accused of, like, killing Diana, for example, royal family, the people that have been accused of killing JFK, CIA.
Yeah.
So all these people,
high influenced.
Yeah. He's saying these lot are basically from some sort of reptilian race.
Yeah.
So, and the Rothschilds are part of that, basically.
Okay. It's a bit mad.
Yeah, it's a bit crazy. This next bit, I don't, like, again, it's a bit of a repeat of what I've said before. Remember that thing that I told you about, the Anunnaki?
Anunnaki?
Yeah, I think we mentioned it on maybe the last episode from the Dark Side of the Moon. I think it might be from that, so it's like a alien race.
Okay.
So they came before like everyone, and they basically like created humanity or something like that.
Mm.
And what this David Icke believes is that the Anunnaki came, they made humans, but they also made a reptilian human hybrid. And the way they survive is that they drink the blood of humans, which allows them to shapeshift from human form to reptile form.
Oh, shut up, man.
So to become like a part of one of these like reptilian families, obviously you're either born into it or you can be possessed by a reptile.
Give me that now. I'll drink it now, G.
Or you want to become a reptile?
No, I just want to become filthy rich.
Yeah. And sell your soul, become a reptile.
Fuck it. Is what it is, isn't it?
Yeah. This is a bit weird though. Like, so that all sounds a bit mental, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is where it starts to like not make sense, but you're sort of like, Like at this point, after what I'm about to say, you just be like, like something's not right here, sort of thing. So they say that a lot of the people, or a lot of powerful people, are very distantly related. So, for example, I didn't know this. Barack Obama is a distant cousin of George Bush and his family.
Right.
Winston Churchill, he's a distant relative of Winston Churchill, imagine. And another guy called Harry Truman, which I think is...
So has all this been proven?
Apparently, yeah. Now you can Google it.
So one person's related, so you just think they're all related, yeah?
So, like, it's not the only person. Barack Obama is a distant cousin of the Bushes. Harry Truman, who was apparently the 33rd president of the USA, and he's also related to Winston Churchill. Franklin Roosevelt, who I think was also a president of the USA.
Right.
His wife was his fifth cousin. So it's a similar thing, like keeping wealth in the family.
Yo!
Yeah.
So this is why this lizard thing comes a bit mad.
Yeah, so...
Okay.
His wife was his fifth cousin, and he himself was related to 11 other presidents. Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump are actually related as well, distantly.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, like, this doesn't prove anything to me. I think it's a load of shit. I don't think there's any reptiles about, like, actually doing this.
Yeah, there's no reptiles, but, it's just probably coincidence that they're just related, isn't it? Like,
yeah, so it basically is used as an argument to say that it's a sign of ancient reptilian bloodlines basically being, like, strategically... like put in place to ensure power remains in the correct hands by like families like the Rothschilds.
I can understand that.
Yeah.
I can understand it.
Yeah.
I don't agree with it, but I can.
Yeah. So like this is where I was just thinking, like this is a bit like there's actually some sort of, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you could argue that, but like at the same time I'm just like, no man, like it's just dumb.
Yeah, it's a bit.
But this is where it gets a bit stupid again, to be honest. Apparently there's in one of David Icke's books, he describes ways of spotting a human reptilian hybrid. So there's 9 things that I've got here. 9? Yeah.
Okay, go on.
Number 1, pointy tongue and sharp teeth.
Okay.
Like humans with pointy tongues and sharp teeth. Number 2, reddish hair.
So what, all redheads?
Basically gingers.
Yeah.
Number 3, keen eyesight and good hearing, like really good hearing.
So I'm none out of them 3.
Yeah, you're done out here. Number 4, low blood pressure, because I think like snakes, reptiles, all that sort of thing, they're cold-blooded animals, I think. So I think that means that they have low blood pressure. Number 5, UFO connections. Like I said, they what do you call it? They say that they came from space and that. So UFO, you know what that means now.
Unidentified flying object.
Good job, mate.
Okay, I'm on.
Only took you, what, 3 weeks, 4 weeks?
3 weeks to remember that.
Yeah. Apparently they love space or science. Green or hazel eyes that could be blue.
Oh, so it could be any eye colour.
Could be any fucking colour. Yeah. It sounded like a lot of the like general population, basically. Yeah. Sense of not belonging to the human race. And an affinity to help humankind.
What?
I don't know. This is all in this book, and people buy this flipping book.
How much is the book?
I don't know, man. I didn't even look at the name. I couldn't be bothered. Like, when I was looking at this, I was just like, what is this? I can't believe I'm typing this out.
I give up.
Literally. But,
oh,
yeah,
man.
like, this guy is a bit controversial because he's been accused of being an anti-Semite again. So, like, it ties into, like, what's going on with the Rothschilds, like, the way that they've been accused of all these different things because they're basically not liked, or they weren't liked by a huge amount of like people in the past. Like, people have generally disliked Jews because they've been jealous of them, to be honest. Like, Jews have come back from a lot of hardship on countless occasions, like back in like ancient Egypt times. Remember, you must have watched Prince of Egypt
Maybe a long time ago.
when you were a kid, but like, yeah, that was a big thing there. Like, they were treated as slaves and stuff like that. Then they had like a big rise, and they've become like quite wealthy and stuff again since then. But there's loads of different periods in time where they've really struggled, and they've come back, bounced back. And I think people have generally just shown a distaste towards that. Even with Hitler, like, he really despised Jews. He was jealous of them. Didn't like the amount of wealth that they managed to like obtain. Just didn't like that they were doing well in life, basically. And when obviously Hitler went after the Jews, a lot of the banks and stuff that the Rothschilds had, they were all just seized because they were Jewish, and they had land, or they had banks in the middle of Germany and places like that, and German occupied or Nazi occupied areas throughout Europe, and they just seized all the money. So a lot of the hate comes from that, and adding to that, this David Icke, like I said, he's been accused of being an anti-Semite. So he openly, apparently, so what he says he doesn't dislike Jews, but he dislikes these lizards who are acting like Jews.
Okay.
So he tries to deflect in that way.
Yeah.
So he's like, oh no, these aren't real Jewish people, they're
lizards.
They're lizards, and they're just pretending to be Jewish, and that's why I don't like them.
Okay.
So like, it's a bit of a...
So man just picks and chooses, really.
Yeah, basically.
If you don't like someone, they're a lizard.
Yeah, but this is the maddest thing. He thinks the Holocaust, so when all the Jewish people died because of...
Anne Frank and that.
Yeah, because of the Nazi rule. He thinks that was funded by Jewish people, so they did that to themselves, or that it didn't happen at all and it's all a big lie.
Hey? If there's one thing I remember from school, it's Anne Frank. And you know what? Big up Anne Frank, yeah? Because she's a soldier.
Yeah.
So, it could be fake, but I doubt it. I very highly doubt it.
Bro, that is a wild thing to say, like, to suggest that people, like...
And to say your own country did it.
Yeah.
I mean, okay, I won't put it past any country to mess up their country for the sake of, I don't know, better or whatever. But that's a bit mad.
It doesn't stop there.
You're very clever, fam. Can't lie.
Who?
You.
What?
You're just very educational. Every time I'm with you, I feel like I learn something.
Bro, I'll just get this from the internet.
Yeah, but I don't use internet for that.
I'm trying to make good content.
That's good, man. That's good. I'm just here like a little side man.
It's okay. It's alright. Good entertainment.
Oh, yo, you know what we should have called the podcast?
What?
2 peas in a pod.
We could change it.
I just thought of that, you know. Guys, what do you think?
Yeah,
That's the podcast or 2 peas in a pod.
2 peas in a pod.
You get it, like P, Prash, pod. You get me?
Yeah, can't lie.
Yeah, man.
Decent.
Decent, isn't it?
Yeah. Who knows? If we have a rebrand, maybe we'll do that. But yeah, he's it's not the only thing that he's claimed. Like, he's made some pretty mental claims. He says that the Rothschilds have planned COVID. He said that they they released an outbreak in a claim to basically take control of the world through vaccinations and establishing a new world order, which I think quite a lot of people don't believe, like, directly in that way, but they believe that COVID is fake in the sense that, like, they think that it was, like, chemically or biologically engineered by a government.
I reckon COVID could be a whole topic.
Yeah, no, it could.
Get me?
Yeah.
A few episodes down the line, we'll run it.
It could, but they think that... I mean, there's a lot of money that's been made through vaccinations and things like that. There's people that don't take vaccinations. Each their own. They're allowed to have their own opinion and choice in their life and what they want to do. But basically, this David Icke thinks that in these COVID vaccines, are basically like biological microchips that basically allow governments to control people, always see where they are, control their actions, that sort of thing.
I said airport AirTag.
Yeah, and basically human AirTag. And then he goes at it on Israel again. He says that he claims that Israel is using the pandemic to test this technology. So it's just a big science experiment for them. I mean, he just has it out for Jewish people and Israel.
I think that's it. I think he don't like them, and the way he can express he don't like them is by calling them all lizards.
Yeah, basically.
Isn't it?
Yeah, it seems a bit too much, to be honest, to me. I don't really, I mean, that's basically it. I think there's definitely some fishy and odd behaviours.
Is that most of the? Because that's so mad. Like, yes, this Rothschild, they got loads of money and they loan it out, good stuff. But I don't see what the bad things they do.
Yeah, like, this is it. There's not actually evidence to suggest that they do anything.
You know what?
bad.
And each for their own for this opinion, yeah. But you know when you're filthy rich, you don't care.
Yeah.
Like, if you got a net worth of, I don't know, 10, 15 billion, and the government needs 2 billion, and in return they'll give you, I don't know, 4 billion, or whatnot, or some sort of level of power of wealth, these rich people are going to do it because they don't care.
Yeah, of course.
Most of these rich people don't have morals.
Yeah.
I'm guessing.
I mean, to become a billionaire, you have to be pretty...
Special.
Not even special, you have to be pretty messed up in some way. Like, you're gonna step on somebody, or like trample on somebody, like to get yourself in that position.
And I genuinely think most of these billionaires, apart from actually most of these billionaires, I reckon they've sold their soul somewhere down the line and done something.
To become a billionaire, you have to exploit people that are less
of course.
than you.
And I'm not saying that's wrong. I'm saying each for their own. And if I was in that case, dog eat dog world.
Yeah.
For me to become richer than you, I'll take you out, sort of thing. I agree with it, but I also don't agree with it.
I think there's a level, I think to aspire to become a billionaire, fair enough. Like, there's nothing wrong with accumulating wealth, I think.
Yeah.
But if it's going to get to the point where you're morally compromising yourself, you're stepping over people, just to earn an extra billion more when you've got 900 million anyway.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's when I'm just like, do you know what I mean? But
I think this is why I've not become a billionaire yet.
Because you're too nice.
No, not because I'm too nice. If I won the Euro Millions and became a millionaire or billionaire, I think I'll just give it away in that. Friends, family.
Yeah, I think it's easier said than done to do that, but I think I'd want to use it in some good way. Yeah,
I mean, golden rule number 1 for me, I'd sort myself out first.
Yeah.
I'd sort myself and my immediate family out. As in, me, my mum, my sister, my dad. That's immediate family to me.
Yeah.
I'll sort them out first, then I have to work a day in their life. And then I'll set myself up so I've still got annual, monthly income coming in that I can live off. And then, I'll chuck you a couple of meals. Why not?
Fine guy.
Why not, bro?
But I think I'd want to, if I had that much money, I think I would, like you said, I'd sort people out. People that know, are struggling and stuff, whatever. And then I'd still want to work, but not work to earn money.
Passive income?
Not even that. I think I'd want to work, I'd want to use that money and use it to create some sort of charitable cause in which I can work, if that makes sense.
Oh.
So I not earn money from it. If I'm good, I don't ever have to worry about my money.
Yeah.
I can invest some, obviously. That's what I do with a lot of it.
Into what? Just any sort of
anything
charity, researches,
real estate, stocks, all that sort of stuff. But then I would want to put money into some sort of charity that I could build myself and just work in that every day. And that would be my job. So my money's growing on the side with these investments and stuff, but then I'm giving back as well at the same time. I feel like if I had ridiculous, filthy money, I'd do that.
I don't think I'd work. I think I'll have a routine. Yeah. For the first 6 months, you probably won't see me. I'll be travelling. So I've got a passport now. You hear me?
Oh, in case you didn't know, this guy's got a passport after how many times of how many different people telling you as well?
About a year later.
So guys,
obviously,
it's longer than a year.
I'm not an immigrant, innit? Like, I've had a passport. My passport expired, and it just took long to renew. Technical issues, and that. But it's all done now. So yeah, you won't see me for 6 months to a year. I'd go everywhere. I'd just go see everywhere, set up shop, wherever.
Yeah.
And then when I come back, I'll probably set up something here, like, I don't know, a gym. You know, a gym for disabled people.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Something that gives back.
Yeah, you know, because like I feel like, and I might be wrong, but I feel like some disabled people might not want to go to a normal gym because they just feel, what's the word? Not pressured. Uncomfortable. Do you know what I mean? So there's a place where they can go and express themselves and not getting judged, because let's face it, we all judge.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? We all judge, but something to give back. And I think I'll do something for youths as well. You know, youths that are going down the bad path. So bring them in, maybe get an ex-con in there. You know what I mean? Start a set up
something local. Like,
yeah,
man. Community. I think like the whole charity thing. I'd like. I'm not saying I have to get filthy rich to do that, but like I want to give back in some way. But yeah, like when my life's like sorted, I think.
Yeah.
But I don't have to be a millionaire to do that, I guess.
No, of course. I mean, even like if it's like, you know, Christmas time or one weekend, if you just go drop soup off at the homeless shelter, stuff like that. But I just feel like a lot of people do that nowadays, but they all record it.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't
like,
want to do that.
I'm not really on that.
It's like, do you know, like in temples where people put their names on the wall and say, "Oh, I've donated
this."
That's the worst thing.
Bro, I don't want to know.
No one cares.
Do you know what I mean?
Literally no one
Like,
cares.
if I'm going to give food to the homeless, I'm doing it because I genuinely care and I want to do it.
Yeah.
Not because I wanted to showcase it. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, I might record it, but it won't go anywhere.
Yeah.
It'll just stay as a memory sort of thing, innit?
I think it's quite weird because I do see why people record it if they've got a big following.
Yeah.
Because they're like...
You reach out to people and that might reach out to someone else.
You're sort of influencing what...
Yeah.
Like, if you've got a big following of, say, like, kids, for example, and they think it's uncool to do something like that, but then they see their favourite person doing it on YouTube or something, and then they're like, oh, I want to do that.
Do you know what?
You need to do it for the right reasons, not to get views on YouTube.
Do you know what I seen the other day? I seen someone do this, yeah? I can't remember what influence it was. It was some TikTok influence. I don't even know who the person was. Anyway, he went to go feed the homeless. Yeah? Man was just fully dripped out in Dior. Man's wearing a £1,000 t-shirt and going to give 30p soup cans.
God damn.
Like, okay, I get it.
Yeah.
That's your clothes.
You don't have to do that, do you? Like, really.
Just go in a Primark t-shirt, it's calm.
Yeah, it's not that deep.
But yeah, this one's good, man. I like this one because I didn't know who they were and who the family were, but that's good. I like it. I like it. I think they're good people. You
think they're good people?
Yeah.
I don't know. I wouldn't say they're good people. I wouldn't say they're awful people either. Like, to be fair, I don't know a lot about the wars that I mean, anyone that funds a war can't be a good person, I guess. Depending on what the war's over, more time it's about earning more money, because essentially what they're doing, if they're loaning people money to fund a war, they're investing in war to make themselves more money, because obviously they're going to get paid back whatever interest they're owed as well.
At the end of the day, my friend, a war's always going to be here. Countries are always going to fight over something, right? So if you can get financially rich over it, then...
I don't think there's like a conspiracy side to this one. Like, I think there's a lot of things about it because of what I said earlier. Some people are just overtly racist. Some people just don't like people being richer than them and are jealous. But yeah, I think that's it. I think we can wrap up there, to be fair.
That was a good one, isn't it?
Yeah.
Guys, as always, like, comment and subscribe.
And yeah, don't forget to check out Vapemaster.
Yeah, don't forget to check out Vapemaster. We pop his Instagram and his website on the page, and don't forget to use our product code.
Gassed up 10.
You know what time it is.
Alright.